Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting Minecraft tutorial. I am Tyken, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on cacti farms. This one is the most basic design that almost everyone uses. It's really simple, it's just rows of cacti with a space in between each other and channels to push the dropped cacti into a channel and a collection point. Like I said, these are very simple to make, which is why they're the most common, and relatively simple on materials and everything else. But I'm going to be showing you more advanced designs and different designs that you may not have thought of. The first one over here is the more advanced design that more advanced players use. It's pretty much the same thing, except it has the middles cut out right here to prevent cacti from falling in between, and instead of having it directly on the water on the same level as it, it's one level below. That way, everything that falls down will always get carried to the collection point. So it's a little bit more advanced, slightly taller, and somewhat cooler. This design, instead of having a block over every cacti like that, this one instead uses signs. Just this one block and the signs on either side will make sure the cacti pop off from all four of them. And then kind of the same thing. This one's unnecessary because they both get the metal one, but you get the gist of it. This design is made by, hold on, I wrote his name down right here, Automator MC. He has some really interesting machines, and I like this specifically because I like machines that are semi-automatic. That way you can collect things pretty much whenever you want them instead of constantly flowing down and making entities that lag the game. This one allows you to press a button and all your product falls to the ground. Of course, the one problem with this is simply that they get kind of scattered. Normally you have to make a tube for it, and it's a little bit bulky, but the basic idea of this is the cacti grow up. When you're ready to harvest them, you press the button, the pistons extend, and it pops off three of them, and they all have three each. So a total of 12, and it works relatively well. The only problem is because since cacti likes to fall on top of itself a lot, you get about half the product. But it's a really neat invention. I like it. It has pistons, which is the only cost ineffective material, I suppose, since it requires iron and redstone and all that, and then it costs redstone to do the wiring for it as well. But it's pretty simple, just redstone torches stacked up, and then you put it above the or next to the ones without it. And this is very stackable. It's a little bit, like I said, bulky, but it works relatively well. And then this is a different design, pretty much similar. It uses the same basic idea of that and the second one to pretty much do the same thing. Like whenever these grow, the signs pop them off, and it works pretty well. And then you have to get a little trickier with the middle ones because, ooh, I broke that. You don't want you don't want to waste any spawning area for the cacti, or at least you want as much as possible. Unlike this one, all of them have 12, and this one I think has the total of 15 possible spawning pads. It's not a huge increase, and it's a slightly more of a hassle, but it gets the job done. Then I think this right here, no, that's bad. Needs to go up one more. And then forward and oh, water. I'm just messing up so bad right now. Okay. This will ensure that when these cacti grow, they should pop right off. And then you can do the same thing for the other side. And of course you want to build the walls up anyway, but this should work relatively well. And then for the middle one, you can just put it right up on the wall. And there you go. This one uses, obviously, more signs, but I think it gets the job done relatively well. And it looks pretty cool. I like the checker pattern, even though I normally hate checker patterns, but, more efficiency, depending on whatever you need. And then the ones over here, you'll have to have their own signs for them. So this one, you have, more efficiency, I suppose, but it's much more of a hassle. In my opinion, this is one of the better designs. You can probably combine different elements from each of these depending on what you want. The best tip I can give anyone building with redstone or any kind of machine or collector is to take various ideas and make them into your own, and try different things that you normally wouldn't. But yeah, be very versatile. Like, you could take just the basic concept of that and put it over here. I'm not sure how well that would alternate though. Stacking it, you would probably have to put a whole nother layer on top, just because. And then you may have to do something tricky because you don't want the cacti falling on the pillars in between. Although you could always just stack it up, that way they don't fall in between, they just fall on the side of it and drop down. Anyway, I'll be including the save file for this world so you guys can look at these up closely, because I didn't really give too much of a detailed explanation. But yeah, hopefully you guys will be able to look at it, figure it out for yourselves, and just see what you can do with your own farm. Plus you're on this big open area, so you can test it out for yourself. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, hope it was informational, and I'll see you guys next time.